becomes digital gold adopted, then there's more upside. But we'll see what happens. Nobody has a crystal ball, but that's the current thesis.
Well, congratulations. And I feel like GameStop is the ultimate meme stock and Bitcoin is the ultimate meme money. And if you combine the two, you get a meme super cycle. So, what's next for GameStop and Bitcoin? Are you going to buy more Bitcoin? Is this the next micro strategy, the next Meta Planet, or even better?
We're not going to call our shots in advance for obvious reasons, but GameStop is following GameStop's strategy. We're not following anyone else's strategy.
Okay. So to summarize, embrace the GameStop theory. I like it. So final question. The world is watching right now. Everyone at the conference is watching this interview. We probably have 10 million, 50 million people on the live stream. What is the message you'd like to send the global Bitcoin community and everyone who's watching this interview right now?
No pressure. No pressure. Don't follow GameStop. Make your own decisions independently. It's my message. Just do whatever you're comfortable with.
Don't trust, verify. Let's go.
Exactly.
Well, Ryan, thank you for hopping on. Congratulations on your Bitcoin buy. To many more. Let's go. Thank you.
YOLO.
YOLO.
Welcome.
Can you guys hear me? Wow. Look at that. Huh. He did end up showing up at the Bitcoin conference and doing an interview, huh? I highly recommend you guys catch the beginning of that. Actually, why not? It was short. So let's just watch it from the beginning.
Please. Okay, well, so we have two more announcements that we need to make. We have one coming up right now from a special friend of mine, Ryan Cohen. So we're going to play a video from Ryan. He has a special message for the Bitcoin community. And then we need to flip the stage. But in about 20 minutes, we are going to have a special announcement from the mayor of the biggest city in the United States, Eric Adams. So please wait around. What's up, everybody? It's David Bailey from BTC Inc., and I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Ryan Cohen from GameStop. What's up, Ryan?
What's up? How are ya?
Oh, that's weird.
Doing well, man. I'm enjoying these Bitcoin prices. How about you?
It's all good.
Let's see if I can resync this. I don't like that the voices are off.
Well, let's get started. We're talking innovative corporate strategies. We're talking pioneering from a dying business to a thriving business. How'd you do it?
When I took over, the company was a piece of crap and losing a lot of money. The company was under a lot of pressure, moving from physical games to digital downloads. So you had to cut costs. You had to cut costs very aggressively and bring in fiscal discipline. And we did. And retail is a tough business, but it was a big focus on getting costs under control. You've got a lot of macro headwinds going against the company. A lot of money. The company was under a lot of pressure, moving from physical games to digital downloads. So you had to cut costs. You had to cut costs very aggressively and bring in fiscal discipline. And we did. And retail is a tough business, but it was a big focus on getting costs under control. You've got a lot of macro headwinds going against the company. You have a move from physical games to digital downloads, and we needed to get the costs under control, and also shift the business from being so reliant on video games to collectibles, which we've done. And so now there's a big focus on trading cards. We're doing grading in a bunch of stores, and we're selling a lot of trading cards, both in sports and TCG. Um, but the company today is profitable in the US, and we've gotten our costs under control. You had a lot of uh, you had a lot of executives and directors that were very short-sighted, and effectively they were making decisions that were what they call in corporate America in good corporate governance, which is effectively screwing shareholders. So we got rid of all of that nonsense, and we focused on running the business profitably.
Well, you also made some news about what, a month ago or so, that you raised some money that you might use to buy Bitcoin. I guess the $1 million question that everyone wants to know is, has GameStop bought Bitcoin?
We have we have bought Bitcoin.
Ooh. Okay, how much?
We have we currently own 4,710 Bitcoins.
Let's go. Let's go. So tell us about that. Why did GameStop decide to buy Bitcoin?
It was if the thesis is correct, then Bitcoin and gold as well can be a hedge against global currency devaluation and systemic risk. Bitcoin has certain unique advantages compared to gold. The portability aspect of it, it's instantly transferable across the globe, whereas gold is bulky and very expensive to ship. The authenticity, it's instantly verified via the blockchain. The storage, you can easily secure Bitcoin in a wallet, whereas gold requires insurance and it's very expensive. There's the scarcity element of it as well. Um, there's a fixed supply of Bitcoin, whereas with gold, certain technological advances, the supply of gold is still uncertain. And then ultimately, there's the asymmetric upside. Gold is a more mature market. It's sort of roughly around 20 trillion of market capitalization, whereas Bitcoin today is about 2 trillion. And if the thesis is correct, then ultimately Bitcoin becomes digital gold, adopted, then there's more upside. But we'll see what happens. Nobody has a crystal ball, but that's the current thesis.
Well, congratulations. And I feel like GameStop is the ultimate meme stock and Bitcoin is the ultimate meme money. And if you combine the two, you get a meme super cycle. So, what's next for GameStop and Bitcoin? Are you going to buy more Bitcoin? Is this the next micro strategy, the next Meta Planet, or even better?
We're not going to call our shots in advance for obvious reasons, but GameStop is following GameStop's strategy. We're not following anyone else's strategy.
Okay. So to summarize, embrace the GameStop theory. I like it. So final question. The world is watching right now. Everyone at the conference is watching this interview. We probably have 10 million, 50 million people on the live stream. What is the message you'd like to send the global Bitcoin community and everyone who's watching this interview right now?
No pressure. No pressure. Don't follow GameStop. Make your own decisions independently. It's my message. Just do whatever you're comfortable with.
Don't trust, verify. Let's go.
Exactly.
Well, Ryan, thank you for hopping on. Congratulations on your Bitcoin buy. To many more. Let's go. Thank you.
YOLO.
YOLO.
All right, for those of you who are joining, that was the Ryan Cohen appearance at the Bitcoin conference. That was maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago or something like that. He started first coming on. But a lot of interesting thoughts. One of the first ones is that I'm glad he didn't tell us what's happening next. That means I still got a job. I'm still out here slinging out guesses. What's gonna happen next? Yo, he didn't tell us. That means we can still guess. That means we can still make hype dates. But I think the obvious next step is that he buys more. Um, I think it was very purposeful that this initial buy wasn't that much. Because if I'm understanding uh, the thesis correctly, there's a good reason to not to keep it underneath like the reporting threshold so that he could time the release at his leisure, um, or not at his leisure, but just like whenever he felt was like the opportune time, and the opportune time would be today, um, because of I don't know, so much tinfoil led to today, and especially if this goes from fucking what was it, almost -7 mil for at the bottom. If this whips back up into a cup and handle situation and we end up right back at fucking 36 or 30, 35 even, hell, even fucking like 34 or some shit, even if we end up back in there, it's gonna be just crazy. Um, yeah. So one of the important uh, reminders to learn from today is any good news, they're just going to short it right afterwards. So selling at open, the like the especially the weeklies and the short dated options, selling those at open would have definitely been the most uh, what's the uh, what the fuck is that word? It just would have been the most financially sound move to do, from like a trading standpoint. I personally don't really care much for like dogma of like, oh, don't sell, don't buy, or don't do this or don't do that. I think that every individual investor should make their own individual investment decisions. And I think that we should let other people do what they're going to do. Um, I think, yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of FUD this morning with people fighting and shit. And I'm just like, just let people do what they're going to do. Um, yeah. But, hmm, wow. And wow. This is amazing that we're already moving up. But yeah, I didn't know how many of you guys would have caught that Bitcoin conference thing otherwise. So that's why I wanted to just hop on a stream real quick to fucking do that and share it with you guys, especially those of you who are not on X. Um, but hmm. Yeah, if I had to guess, today's just going to steadily move upwards again. I don't know exactly where we're going to close, but somewhere between here and here, we'll find a new place to go. I am curious still what this movement was, if it was a short attack or if it was some kind of dilution event. I'm very curious because um, I had guessed that if there was a dilution event, that it might just be one day. And that might have been it. Like if there was one. But again, that's speculating. We won't know um, until market close, and then we get some kind of filing. So that's just right now pure speculation. Hmm. Oh, that's my laundry. If you're hearing that water, um, yeah. But I just want to hop on and share that stream with you, Ryan. My man, moving in silence like the G in lasagna. Love you, bro. And I want you to win. I want you to get us the fucking money, bro. We're rooting for you. Oh man, this shit's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off for now, and then maybe I will hop on again later. I don't know. If there's more shit that pops up, yeah, I'll be in and out. Oh, but it looks like we're moving again. Mm, yeah, I'm just gonna mute my mic, but I'm just gonna let this stream for a little bit, because if we end up going back up to 33 right now and it starts like again, then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stream. So I'm just gonna turn my mic off for now, and I'll be back in a little bit. I don't know who's still with me, but for those of you who stuck around, shit, I just had this thought. Okay, yeah, because he was talking about basically between the cost and reward analysis between gold and Bitcoin, um, because eh, we got to think about what the central problem that all companies and all people have to be aware of when talking about and when talking about the financial market and planning for financial security ahead of time. Because right now, one of the big things that we're seeing is just global currencies. Fiat is just it's getting destroyed right now because Governments have just overspent and overprinted. Yes, I love that sound. I love that sound. I love that sound. I love that fucking sound. But we are, where the fuck was I? We have to think about what's going on with the dollar and the rest of just fiat and global reserve currencies, because if these governments are continuing to just turn that Ponzi scheme uh, into itself and making it worse by the continuous printing, um, then that just means that the money that at the end of the day, the big thing that we're spending to get money is our time. And if our time is not being fairly compensated, if the money that we are receiving for our efforts and our time, if that is getting um, inflated away by these egregious people who run everything, then everybody really needs to take a look at what are the alternatives, what are the other options we have, because we can't just have a huge cash pile in dollars, because the dollar is just getting inflated away. uh, the cost of a house is not what it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And so GameStop holding fucking billions of dollars and hopefully eventually trillions of dollars, we really have to think forward about what our alternatives to the dollar are. And so we go into the various complex financial instruments, and it just so happens that gold and precious metals and minerals have always been a solid store of value. Not only because of them being valuable in and of itself and being shiny and worthy, but also because of the use case, um, like the practical applications of these metals. Uh, like gold isn't valuable just because it's shiny. Gold is also valuable because it's an amazing conductor of electricity, and it's extremely malleable and easy to use in a lot of electronics. Um, like pretty much every. Oh, actually, I might be making this up, but there are a lot of electronics that use gold within the chips, within the microchips and shit like that. And so, one of the things we need to think about is just if we can't do the dollar, and if gold carries with it a whole bunch of other stuff, like how do you hold gold? Like if GameStop were to get fucking um, like like half a billion worth of gold, how would they do that? Where would they store it, etc.? And then that just creates like a whole smorgasbord of other problems. And so because GameStop is such a digitally um, heavy company, it would just make sense for them to like go even more long on digital. But I do wonder if they're going to diversify from Bitcoin into possibly other coins like Ethereum, um, because the whatchamacallit, the fucking like the GameStop marketplace, they were completely on Ethereum and the Loopring network. So I wonder if they're just like working on that still, like behind the scenes and undercover, or if they are, uh, whatchamacallit, what's the word? Or if they've completely scrapped it. Yeah. But I have a feeling they're probably just working on it undercover, to be honest with you. Like there was some news the other day about Loopring getting like discontinuing their smart wallet, and people were fucking pissed. And I mean, I understand there's a lot of frustration. Yes, I love that sound. I love that sound. I love that sound. But there's a lot of frustration. And my thing is just, what if they had to scrap it because they're about to unveil like a GameStop version? Because I know the GameStop had their own wallet for a while, but that got discontinued. But what if they're about to like re-unveil it? And what if it's still built on the loop ring ecosystem? So there's just a lot of questions where it's like, okay, one thing appears on the surface, but what could it mean behind the scenes? What could Ryan Cohen actually be doing? And that's the kind of questions that I like to ask, and I like to speculate about. Um, because just one thing that I've just noticed time and time again is that people are so quick to say it isn't possible or that's not the thing, but we just forget about what could be the thing. And that's where I like to live. I like to speculate on the possibilities rather than shut people down and say, don't dig there. Because I guarantee you, if more people had given my ideas more credence about the meme interpretations, then there's a good chance that we might have been able to like more correctly interpret these memes along the way. Um, so for all the people that are making interpretations, are putting themselves out there to sound stupid or to sound conspiratorial, I'll just say that I really appreciate you guys sticking your neck out with me, because more often than not, a lot of these interpretations have led us to the right conclusion. Because for all the people who are saying that hype dates don't hit, motherfucker, I've had hype dates hit since last year. They've been hitting. Not all of them have hit, and not all of them have been what I expected them to be, but all of them have hit, or a lot of them have hit. Um, and it's just the interpretation of what I thought was going to happen was a little bit off. But that comes with the just trying again, trying again, trying again with a new hype date, with a new theory, with a new fucking anything. I'll just put that out there like as much as I can so that other people can try to build off of it or some shit like that. But oh shit, I forgot. I had the chat open the entire time. I don't know if you guys have been talking to me or not. Oh my god, my bad, my bad. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Haven't missed too much. Oh shit, Unity's up? Oh shit. Let's look at this chart. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, that's negative beta right there. Oops. Yeah, I had a bunch of points on the loop ring wallet, but I didn't really do anything with them. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. So I have a feeling today is going to be a cup and handle kind of day. Yeah. I just don't know how high it's going to cup and handle at, but the big question is, will it continue tomorrow? Because I think for today, we'll close probably somewhere in the middle. That's my guess. But, yeah, we'll see. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, if there's anything else, I'll come back later, I guess. Alright, thanks for stopping in, everybody. Peace. Oh. Bye. Yeah, I'll see you guys at 33 again, which might be very soon. Oh, God. Well, maybe I should... No, we might actually be there just... Oh, my God, what do I want to do? Nah, I'll be back later. I'll be back later.